Welcome back to Theosophy and Beyond. Tonight I want to share a dream, one that speaks not through symbols of fear or holiness, but through movement, curiosity, and awakening. It's a dream connected to Baphomet, the androgynous figure of balance, the union of opposites, the light in the shadow in the light. In this dream, I found myself in a house that had a long, winding tube running through it. It wasn't mechanical, more like an organic artery, something alive, pulsing, and purposeful. I had been assigned to a section of the house where the tube was quiet, where nothing seemed to move. At first, I waited patiently, but soon boredom crept in. My eyes grew heavy. There was no motion, no life, no current. So I left my post and went to another part of the house, a place where I could feel the vibration of something passing through the tube. And then, in one sudden movement, I caught what was moving. It was Baphomet. Half divine, half beast, the embodiment of opposites, the current that runs through every polarity in creation. Soon after, men in suits arrive. They were officials of some kind, agents of order and hierarchy. They approached me, ready to offer a promotion, but before they did, one of them, a woman, stopped and asked, "Why did you leave your original post?" I told them the truth, because I was falling asleep, because I wanted to be where things were alive and active, where movement and mystery still pulsed. When I woke up, I knew this wasn't just a dream. It was a message about stagnation and seeking balance. You see, Baphomet represents the union of stillness and motion, heaven and hell, creation and destruction. To capture Baphomet in a dream doesn't mean to trap the divine. It means to recognize the current that flows through everything. The house represents the soul. The tube, its hidden channels of consciousness. Being stationed where nothing moves reflects spiritual stagnation, the comfort of dogma, or the illusion of safety in inactivity. But when we move into the unknown, when we seek the current, we begin to meet the powers that truly animate the world. The men in suits are keepers of systems, the gatekeepers of tradition, asking us to justify our rebellion. And the answer we must give is the same as I gave them in the dream. I left my post because I didn't want to fall asleep. Baphomet's lesson here is simple but profound. To awaken, one must risk leaving the familiar. Spiritual growth doesn't come from maintaining the status quo, but from venturing into the currents that others fear to touch. When Baphomet appears, it is not a sign of evil or corruption. It is the call to wholeness. It is the movement we step from one side. It is the movement we step from one side of the spectrum to the other. Yeah. Only to realize that both are parts of the same circle. And so, this dream wasn't just about a promotion or a house. It was about initiation, the recognition that divine wisdom doesn't reside in still water, but in the current that dares to flow. If you ever find yourself in that house, in that quiet corner of the soul where nothing moves, remember, Baphomet waiting in the current. Remember that the path of awakening is not to sit and wait, but to move, to seek, to feel the pulse of the divine in motion. Thank you for listening. Until next time, this is Xero Hekathos, and you've been listening to Theosophy and Beyond.